Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature that's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, man. Good evening to you, beautiful people. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. You mean to tell me that black folk finna be reading? Yes, that's exactly what we do. Man, thanks so much for joining us here tonight on the New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark. Thanks so much for all of our supporters, those who show up regularly, and those who might be joining us for the first time for this dynamic event. Black folk deciding to feed themselves something called the University of Success to change the way that they think so we can change the way that we talk and change the way that we act for a much better result in this thing we call life. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, the Black Bazaar, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. Book that I wrote, guys, A Study of Black Wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. If you are an author, go ahead and put in the comments below. Let us know what book you have written. I do have a special affinity for our black authors out there because black folk do read. The Black Billionaires Club. You can find that book by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy today. It's roll call time, beautiful people. Hit the like button, share button if you care, like button, share button if you care. Also, let me know for those who show up regularly, do y'all want me to put up the picture that shows the book that we're reading, or can we just stay like this? Just let me know. It'll take me a little time to get it, but I will get it if you prefer that. It's not about me, it's about we. But let us know who's here tonight, man. Go and let us know what city, what state, what country you are connecting from, what city, what state, what country you are connected from. We're broadcasting from the beautiful city of Decatur, Georgia. That's right, Decatur, where it's greater. Love to know just how far we're connecting this evening. Who are we touching? Where are you? Man, it's a beautiful thing when you realize I ain't got to go nowhere, and I got brothers and sisters all over the world who will read with me. I want you to understand I'm looking for people who are looking for me. Everybody put that in the comments below. I'm looking for people who are looking for me. There are going to be plenty of people who ain't looking for you. There's going to be plenty of people who are going to decide they don't want to read with you. They don't want to elevate with you. They don't want to grow with you. That's okay. That's okay. Let them stay where they are. I'm looking for people who are looking for me. Okay? And I find those people all over the world. I got brothers and sisters all over the world. China, Nigeria, Australia, it don't matter. I decided I was not going to limit myself to my city. I was going to limit myself to my state. I was going to limit myself to my country. I am a globe. I'm the international player from the Himalaya. What city, what state, what country are you connected from here tonight? We're going to continue our journey into the University of Success. If you prefer that I put up the little picture that shows you the book, let me know. I will do it, no problem. But ain't nobody said nothing, so we must be good. Miss Vivian Reed is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on the New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark series. That's right, man. Miss from New York. I'm sorry, from Brooklyn. What's going on, Facebook user? Please let me know your name. I appreciate you. Whichever group you're connecting from. Sincere from Mableton, Georgia in the house. Miss Alva Miss Bowden is in the building. And then all for all of our brothers and sisters who are connecting from the BBC, the ERGJ support group, Financial Mentor page, the Empowerment Duo page, BBC TV. Yes, we are in about 8 different places tonight. It's called syndication. We are a media outlet, and there are brothers and sisters who are looking for this type of information so they can grow and develop into and live their very best life. But that starts by changing the way that you think, changing what you eat, changing what you put into your membrane, turning the station, turning the TV off. West Virginia is in the house. Tonight, we're going to continue our journey into the book, The University of Success. This is not just a book. It is a course. It is a study. Everybody put in console study. Now, I want to hip you as to why we read at night. We read at night because we're allowing our body to rest and to settle. And now at night, typically it gets silent. We have silenced the noise and all the hustle and bustle and the traffic and the maybe the baby crying, maybe it's not. I don't know. Hopefully everybody done ate. They ready for bed, and we can find some solitude. In the morning when we read, we're normally looking for some inspiration to get us going. At night, we're looking for something to keep us. We're looking for something to meditate on. We're looking for something to think about. And so tonight we're going to continue. We're doing part 2 of how to find courage, how to find the courage to take risk. How to find the courage to take risks. And we're going to be in one section tonight. One section of this last piece of this puzzle. Courage as losing your life. Courage, I'm sorry, not your life, yourself. Courage as losing yourself. Everybody putting out, there's a great song written by Eminem said, lose yourself. Everybody putting console, lose myself. Right now, we can also talk about this where it says not only just losing yourself, we also understand that when I die to self, I put myself in position to be born again. Lose yourself in your activity, lose yourself in your dreams, lose yourself. That's another way of saying give it all you got. Why not? You ever tried that? Giving it all you got? Giving it all you got. When's the last time you did that? When's the last time you immersed yourself into some activity? You gave it all you got. What were the results? You ever tried giving it all you got in your relationship? You ever tried giving it all you got as relates to going after the things that you want in this life? When's the last time you tried that? For some of us, it's been since our teenage years. We used to do it all the time. Because we were young, dumb. We ain't know no better. Just give it all I got. I mean, it ain't got nothing to lose. Then when we start getting older, we start thinking about, I do got something to lose. I got some stuff to lose. Give it all you got. Why not? Courage as losing yourself. Courage as losing yourself. Perhaps the ultimate experiences in any life are those that transcend day-to-day existence. Perhaps the ultimate experiences in any life are those that transcend day-to-day experiences. Let me ask you this. Are you the type of person that all day you think about yourself or all day you think about others? You know what I found the best way to get over something? Start thinking about somebody else's problems. I was talking to a sister today. All right, one of her family members or somebody that's close to the family had a death in the family. I said, give her a call. Talk to the lady. Talk to the family member. She was able to help the woman just to console and to help maybe deal with the grief and the pain of losing a daughter or something like that. Sometimes you got to get over yourself. Immerse yourself into other people's problems and your problems become small. I mean, when I heard that story, my problem, what I was going through didn't mean nothing because I ain't lost no daughter. Get over yourself. Lose yourself. Do you got the courage to lose yourself? Perhaps the ultimate experiences in any life are those that transcend day-to-day existence. The sweet, rare times when involvement in an activity leads to a fulfillment beyond our wildest dreams. People in the arts and the devoutly religious base their lives on this high, but anybody can get it. You can have it with someone you love or someone you hate. It can come from cooking or woodworking or just walking. It's an experience. Everybody put in console, it's an experience. It's an experience. That's like being lifted up, swept away, forgetting worries and self-consciousness. It's been called merging. It's been called flowing. It's been called satori. It's been called countless other names like love. However, it's one of those things that if never experienced, it's hard to believe. Any human endeavor from checking out groceries to tuning an engine can be performed in this creative state or reduced to a functionary routine. One of the things we've often seen are people sitting around waiting for it to happen. Stop waiting. Yeah, brother Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, one of the largest companies in the world, he said that the problem with poor people is that poor people are always waiting. What you waiting for? While you waiting, I'm out there getting it. What you waiting for? What's the hold up? What is the excuse for your procrastination? You know you procrastinate, but let me ask you, why do you procrastinate? You ever ask yourself that? Why do I keep not doing what I know I need to do? Stop waiting. As though they'll suddenly get some kind of badge of membership they can show to other people, as if to say, see, I rate, I've got it too. But like anything else done primarily for the benefit of the audience, it's a performance that's bound to flop. Are you doing it for them or are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it because you've been called to do it? If you're standing on a hilltop looking out over the countryside and suddenly have that experience of flowing and being a part of it all, but then try to condense that experience into a tourist snapshot for the folks back home, you'll lose it in an instant. It can't be canned. You can experience it, but you can't sell it. What we're talking about experiencing this fulfillment, this sweet, rare time when involvement in an activity leads to a fulfillment beyond your wildest dreams. And in a sense, that's the greatest risk of all. You can't possess it. You can't prove it. You can only be it. Everybody put in console, I am. You can't possess it. You can't prove it. You can only be it. You can let yourself go in what you do, or you can hold yourself back. You can strive to immerse yourself, to take that risk of losing your identity in what you're doing, or you can stiffly straight arm your life to keep it at a safe distance. You can try to reduce everything into explainable experiences. You can label and classify all that you see in a desperate attempt to stay in control. Or you can stop strutting. You can stop fretting, and you can let go. Everybody put in console, let go. Let go. Let go. Fundamental to this process is the issue of losing control. There's a paradox in it that goes something like this. The highest form of control is when one surrenders all control. The highest form of control is when one surrenders all control. Great question to ask you tonight. Will you surrender? A better way to say that. Will you submit? Good book says this, man. If you will listen and obey to the words, to the commands that I give you on today, you will be blessed in the city, blessed in the field, blessed going in, blessed coming out, blessed, blessed, blessed. But the caveat to that is that if you will listen and obey, that simply means if you will submit or if you will surrender to the will of God, so to speak. Are you willing to surrender to your higher power or submit to your higher power and let him lead the way or she lead the way, whoever it is that you trust and believe? Most people aren't. Now, most people, right, they can put on the performance. That's bound to flop. They make it seem like they're devout. They can make it seem like they've given their all. But if you just watch their life, you see a contradiction. I know what you say, but I see what you do. Faith without works is dead. He preaching tonight. I better get back to the book. The highest form of control is when one surrenders all control. It's like you never really own anything unless you can give it away. It's like you never really own anything unless you can give it away. In the comments below, I love you to share that one thing that's in your house that's hard for you to give away. Share the one thing that you own, that you bought, that you cherish so much. It's very difficult for you to even ever think about giving it away. We still got work to do, people. We're still a work in progress. You never really own anything unless you can give it away. Whoo! That's strong. When we're trying to learn something, if we struggle to stay in control, we learn slowly, if at all. When we're learning to ride a bicycle, if we keep struggling to control, stiffly directing our arms and legs with commandments of how to behave, we fall down more frequently. Instead, we can surrender our myth of being in charge, surrender our identity, and become part of the bicycle. Become one with the bicycle. Become one with the dream. Become one with your aspiration. Become one with it. We learn best by losing ourselves. If we can be strong enough to just forget about who we are for a moment instead of taking ourselves so damn seriously. If we forget about what we think, what we believe, what we want, take the risk of forgetting ourselves. We learn with the grace of a blossoming flower. It takes the highest courage to use this self-surrender in any activity we undertake. But the rewards are equally high. We gain a peace, that sense of rightness, and most importantly, our full powers to create and grow. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is going to help y'all out tonight. I'm going to tell you what he just said to me, what I just heard. Listen, because somebody posted something the other day. I think it was Sincere. She posted something about, you know that you kind of strong or you healing or something like that. When you can take the dart of, let's just say, toxicity, because we like that word now, toxic. But somebody's berating you, somebody's talking bad about you, somebody don't believe in you, all this good stuff, whatever. When you can take it, right, and you can surrender, not think about yourself. Your pride comes down and you just say, hey, if that's what you think, so be it. You know what I mean? I'm not here to change the way that you think. If that's how you feel, okay, next. What else you got? Is that all? That's the only dart you got? You got some more bullets? What else you want? You want to shoot something else at me? Because I know who I am, but it don't matter who I am because I surrendered myself. I've lost myself. Ooh. Let me read this again. If we forget about what we think, what we believe, what we want, if you go from being selfish to being selfless. Let me say that again for the people in the back. I think they just woke up. They're like, oh, this brother talking about something. If we go from being selfish to being selfless, it's hard for people to hurt you when you don't give a damn no more. It's hard. It's very difficult. Let me help you out. I mean, I don't know where we're going tonight. It's very difficult for people to hurt you when you stop giving a fuck about their opinions of you. It's very difficult for people to hurt you when you stop putting your expectations on them to make you happy, and you start making yourself happy. You start doing what you do. When you start doing what you love to do. If they want to join you, so be it. If not, I'm going by myself. I want to go to the gun range. You want to come to the gun range? No, I don't want to go shooting. Okay, I guess I'm going to the gun range. I'll be over there popping. I'll be over there setting it off by myself. It's very difficult for people to hurt you when you stop caring, when you let your pride and ego go and say it don't matter what they think about me. Don't matter what they say about me. I'm telling you, one of the biggest lessons I learned is when I stopped putting my expectations on people and start putting my expectations on myself, I started achieving more and I stopped getting disappointed by people, yet I started being surprised by them. Damn, I ain't know that. I ain't know you was like that. Damn, what a surprise. Oh, damn, Vivian, you've completed the first chapter of your book. Damn, I'm surprised. See, before I would think, damn, Vivian, you ain't done yet. Now I'm surprised you halfway done. You see the difference? Let me say that again. Now, Miss Vivian, that's my heart. She know I love her, so she don't mind me using her as an example. If instead of my expectations being Vivian, you should be done by now. Now I'm surprised that you've gotten this far. What a difference in the perspective. What a difference it makes. Now I had to learn. I'm still learning this stuff, guys. So I'm not acting like I'm all the way there. I'm still a work in progress, just like you. I'm just trying to share some stuff that might help you to stop getting disappointed by the people in your life. Stop expecting shit from them and start expecting more from yourself. I might need to say that again because that one was really good. Stop expecting shit from them and start expecting more yourself. Woo! It's getting hot in here. Can somebody turn the air conditioning on? Okay. This is the advanced course of acting as if. Instead of pretending that one can ride a bicycle, one gives oneself to the act of actually riding it. Rather than trying, one just lets go. Most teaching presupposes that technical mastery is not the means but the end. But technical skill has no life of its own. It merely makes us free to surrender completely. Unless you have this experience of letting go, unless there is some area in your life where you have struggled through the technical mastery enough to give you that ability to flow, you'll never believe that such things happen. If you want to play handball, for example, there are some technical skills that are useful to learn, but ultimately your game is the creative way in which you string together these basic elements. If you see them only as a separate and isolated elements, you'll never have an exciting game. You'll just be another robot trying to imitate somebody else. Ooh. Ooh, what is in this book? Here's what I teach when I talk to my students. I'm giving you the basics. I'm expecting you to add your personality. Let me say that again. I'm teaching you the basics, the basic skills. I'm expecting you, right, to add your personality. You're not going to trade like I trade. You're going to find some other stuff. You're not going to have everything in your portfolio that I have in my portfolio, because you're going to be finding stuff that fits your personality, your way of doing things. You ever went to a baseball game, you saw somebody with this craziest swing, or you went to a basketball game, you saw somebody with the ugliest shot? Guess what? They was doing things their way. But shit, they were still getting paid. They on that basketball team, ain't they? What they call Alonzo Ball, he got an ugly shot. Shit, he getting paid millions for an ugly shot. Larry Bird didn't have the prettiest shot, but shoot, he was an all-star. Don't be an imitation. Let other people imitate you. They say imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Allow people to imitate you. That just simply means you're doing something well. That simply means that you are a leader. That simply means that other people think more highly of you than you think of yourself. Enough to imitate you. I want to be like that. I want to get that type of success. Whoo! What's going on, brother? Jamel is in the hizzy, Mr. Seasons. Right, Albert T. Bolden said, man, if we forget about what we think, what we believe, what we want, take the risk of forgetting ourselves, we learn with the grace of a blossoming flower. Advanced course of acting as if. Oh, mercy. Don't just be another robot trying to imitate somebody else. Woo! What kind of life do you want? How courageous will you be? The choice is yours. Creativity is a fascinating topic. Throughout recorded history, people have studied the very creative to find out their secrets. These gifted people themselves have at times reflected upon their own experiences and attempted to find some sort of formula. But there is none. Creativity isn't a step-by-step process. More than any other group in present-day American society, athletes seem to be conscious of how creativity is learned. Concentration is the phrase most used to describe that state, which is the essential prerequisite for peak performance. A good game can often be differentiated from a bad game by the degree of concentration. Everybody put in console, concentrate or focus. And what is this state of concentration? What this state of concentration seems to be is a suspension of doubt and self-consciousness, a way of clearing the mind of all the distracting rubble and trash. It seems to be a suspension of doubt. Now, you know what I found? When people get to a place of a suspension of doubt, and as a matter of fact, let me ask you that in the comments below. Name some situation or some instance where you have noticed, okay, that, yeah, you have lost yourself. You went into this moment where you were on fire, where everything was clicking. There was no doubt in you. You couldn't find it. You believed in yourself. And there was a suspension of self-consciousness. You weren't even thinking about yourself. You were just doing. You know what I thought about? The situation I thought about? When someone you love is in trouble. You go to war for them. You go to war for your mother. You go to war for your sister. You go to war for your father. You go for war when somebody attacks your family, especially someone that's outside of the family. You lose all suspension of doubt goes away. All thought of yourself goes away. You just go to work, whatever that may be. I mean, we hear stories of people being to pick up cars when somebody is hit by a car, or somebody's run over by a car. They would pick up a car so that person can get out. We seen stuff filmed where there's a crash on the highway and the car's on fire, and somebody just lose themselves to go save that person out of that car before it blow up. We ain't seen stuff like this in our life. The suspension of doubt and the suspension of self-consciousness. It's not about you. We've seen the Stephen Currys of the world just go on fire, or the Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry just go on fire. We seen Michael Jordan, all the beautiful things he did. We seen LeBron James or whoever else. I mean, I'm glad he brought up athletes, but we seen it outside of athleticism. Here's my question: when's the last time you can remember? Maybe you can't remember because you were out of it. You were just gone. You were just doing. When the last time you had a peak performance moment in your life? Now, it might not have come with some medal. It might not have come with some ribbon. It might not have come with a first place, but it was a first place in your life. This is a time and place in your life when you look back at the end of your day, you're like, how did I get all that shit done? I was only up for 18 hours. Look at all I've accomplished. You look at your checklist and you got like one thing left. When last time you went to bed, you said, man, I got everything done on my checklist. What happens tonight, if you say, here's what I need to get done tomorrow, and you wake up and you go at it, and then by 2 o'clock, everything on your checklist is done. You're like, what am I going to do now? Just think about what I'm saying. Focus, a suspension of doubt, no longer doubting yourself, just going to work, immersing yourself in what needs to be done and getting it done, step by step, moment by moment, day by day. Whew, okay. I don't think y'all hearing me. Whew. Some Oriental philosophies have made this state of mind their primary focus. Indeed, the concept of acting without self-conscious thought was probably first crystallized by the samurai swordsmen of medieval Japan. Even some of the philosophical concepts of their time, they determined that the best way to beat one's adversary in a duel was to fight without the delay of thinking. Polished technical skill was a prerequisite, but the actual moves were dictated by feeling rather than thought. By refining their intuitive sense through the constant discipline of practice duels, they were able to develop a state of mind that minimized the clutter of such thoughts. And oh no, is he going to try to attack me from the left or the right? Instead, poised and balanced, the samurai could respond as if he were one with his opponent, as if he knew each moment what would happen next. The body learns instead of the mind. In other words, when you are learning something, it's worth it to turn off, unplug, or tune out the mind for a little while. You can't tell the mind to shut up because then it just talks back to you. But you can quietly note what it's telling you. then switch to another channel for a while. Like to summarize, Zen archers of the Orient gain their discipline not by focusing on the target, but by striving for the feeling of rightness in the shot. If the shot was right, hitting the target becomes naturally. Now let's talk about this. When the shot is right. When the shot is right. How many guys have played some type of sport? Whether it was, let's say you went to golf. I'm gonna go to the golfing range tomorrow. Go play golf tomorrow. And when I'm swinging through the ball, I can feel when the shot is right. I can also feel when it ain't right. my body start aching. Okay, I can feel when that shot was right. When I hit that ping, or when I jump shot. When I'm playing basketball, I can feel it's like, oh, that's going in. That's going in. I can feel when I was bowling, I could feel when it came off my hands. Oh, that shot right. That's a strike. I ain't even got to think that's a strike right there. Now in my life, I've been blessed. I've had 200-300 games in my life. Now all of those shots during that game weren't right, but about 90% of them were right, and the other ones were luck. Okay, the other ones were luck. That was a good guy saying today you gonna get you a 300. But I always wanted to get a 300. I always wanted to say I bowled a 300 game in my life, and I've been blessed to have bowled too. I wanted to hit a home run when I was in Little League, and I finally did it. And that shot, that swing, it was, and that connection, it was right. You could feel it. It was out of here. That's why I think a baseball player, they can just flip their bat. They know it's gone. When the last time your shot was right? You shot your shot and it was right. You can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? You can't tell the mind. Oh, sorry, what was that? If the shot was right, hitting the target comes naturally. Bullseye on tiny targets is darkened rooms are part of what Zen archers do, but not for the sake of hitting targets. Their purpose is a form of meditation, a quest for that feeling of rightness. So if you want to learn something new, concentrate on getting that right feeling that is true to yourself. Take the risk of letting go the precious little control you struggle to gain, letting go enough to immerse yourself in what you are doing. Then do it. Everybody put it down, so just do it. Let me read. That's the question. Take the risk of letting go the precious little control you struggle to gain, letting go enough to immerse yourself in what you are doing. Then do it. Sure, natural or genetic endowment. Oh, Lord. Sure, natural or genetic endowment, study, and practice, and even luck all play important parts in creativity. But ultimately, what is necessary is this giving of oneself over to what one does. We like to think of it as a sort of two-phase process. First, you immerse yourself in your creative action. Let go and do it. Second, critically review. You mentally stand back a little, take a little distance, and weigh the results. Did it get me closer to where I want to be? Like a painter before the canvas, first there's a brushstroke that occurs in a trance-like state, and then a step back to gain a new perspective and gaze upon the outcome. These two phases flow into each other, but in a sense represent separate states of mind: creative action and critical reviewing. Now, the point of all this is that many people become preoccupied with achieving a particular result, such as fame, fortune, approval from others, or even something as evanescent as happiness. But if you get locked into outcomes, you'll never be able to let yourself go long enough to experience intensely. After you give it a good try, then think and review. But don't try to review while you're trying to create. Edit after you invent. Edit after you invent. Everybody put it in the comments below. Edit after you invent. Edit after you invent. See, some of us, we're trying to, this is perfectionism. We're trying to edit while we're inventing. That slows you down. Edit after you invent. After you finish the book, then go and edit the book. Don't edit every word that you write. Don't edit every page that you write. Don't edit every chapter that you write. Write the book, then go back and edit it. You know what I do when you know what I did when I got through writing my book? I sent it to an editor. Let them edit it, because I'm done writing the book. You see, yeah, edit after you invent. That, whatever, that right there, that's somebody's moniker. That just helped really somebody out. Like, oh, I've been doing that. I've been slowing down this process because I'm operating in this perfectionism when actually it will never be perfect. It'll never actually be complete because I'm going to always be editing it. Even after I edit it and I've published the book, I'm going to read the book and like, damn, I missed this. Damn, we missed that. Damn, we could have done that. You're going to always be looking to make what you have created better. But that's why they got things like version 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Think about the life that you're living in, right? We may start with, look at your software. They're always sending out updates. Look at Facebook, for example, right? They're always, and when you go to your Play Store, they be like, okay, there's an update available. They're always improving what they have invented. They're always improving. You're always getting updates. Every week, Facebook is sending you an update. They have improved something. But what if they were still working on the improvements without ever actually publishing the software? We wouldn't be where we are today using this beautiful platform because they would still be working on it. Oh, that was for somebody. Edit after you invent. If your awareness is focused on the outcome, you can't allow yourself to let go. Ultimately, it comes down to what kind of value system you want. All that counts is winning, or to try is to succeed. The creative state requires forgetting about winning and focusing on trying. Anyway, playing just to win is a dead end. In the big scheme of existence, what game ever matters all that much? What could ever be worth the brutal, cutthroat craziness of forcing ourselves to play only to win? All we humans really want is to feel good, to feel right, to find peace. We just get tricked by our myth that winning brings all those things automatically. One of the most common reasons why people don't take control of themselves and don't accept responsibility for everything they do is fear of failure or fear of being a loser. Only by giving yourself credit for every effort can you ever find the courage to immerse yourself in creative action. Giving yourself credit for every effort. Do you have the courage to try? To try. You know what? You know what? I always wanted to be wealthy. I never wanted to be broke. But in order for me to even get close to wealth, I had to be willing to try. How am I doing so well with cryptocurrency? I had to be willing to try. How am I doing so well in the stock market? I had to be willing to try. I could study all I wanted, but if I never took some action, at least tried to invest in something, and at least get the ball going, I'd still be reading, I'd still be studying, I'd still be broke. 20 years sitting in the educational system, but never tried anything. 20 years of broke, busted, disgusted. I got all this knowledge, but not many results. Uh-oh. Whew. If we live by the principle that to try is to succeed, that to give our best effort is what it's all about, we gain a mastery and peace. But that attitude, we slip more easily into cycles of creating and reviewing. Good results are only a fringe benefit which may come and go. But what we do with ourselves is always in our control. A farmer for 15 years has managed to produce a good living for himself and his family. He never asked for a handout or special treatment. To him, welfare is an obscenity. Independence, hard work, as you sow, so shall you reap, are his guiding principles. One year, despite his fine efforts, a freak storm wipes out his entire crop. His reserves are inadequate to meet his financial obligations. Reluctantly, he goes on welfare and accepts disaster aid. Both are handouts. He feels a failure. Do you agree? Well, we hope not. If you agree that we understand why you if you agree, then we understand why you fear change, why you fear risk, and why you fear experimentation. Fear of failure must paralyze you. Letting your self-respect depend on results makes you a slave to every whim of chance. Uh-oh. Letting your self-respect depend on results makes you a slave to every whim of chance. Break free. Everybody put in console, break free. Break free. If you're going to love yourself no matter what. Actually, what we are saying is not all that new. It's not whether you win, it's how you play the game. But that noble tradition has been dying a slow death. Coach Vince Lombardi often said, winning isn't everything, but trying to is. Yet didn't you think he said winning is everything? This common misquote shows a tragic truth about our social values. Lombardi was a great teacher and a great leader, but once again, people hear what they want to hear. Winning isn't everything, but trying to win is. People hear what they want to hear. Be a strong coach for yourself. Be a strong coach for yourself. Encourage your own efforts. If you set a goal but don't reach it, you have a choice. You can put yourself down. I knew I couldn't. Maybe some people can change, but I can't. My childhood screwed me up so bad. I just keep making the same mistakes over and over again. I'll never get it together. Or you can cheer yourself on. I tried magnificently. I'm proud of me. I was truly immersed in the effort. I failed in my attempt. I accept that. I accept the pain, but I remain proud and love myself for my courage. What is success? Who measures your value? You or your audience? Whom are you trying to impress? Your parents, living or dead, your spouse, your neighbors, or that mythical vague they out there that you learn to dress up for on Sundays and holidays so that as not to embarrass your family? The myth, the cruel hoax perpetuated by our schools, by the media, by our churches or synagogues suggests success as a place, suggests success as a status, suggests success as a thing, and suggests success as a level to be attained. Choose a career, work at it until you achieve success. Then others will respect you and you will be happy. This is ridiculous. Few experiences are more resonantly hollow than to be hailed as successful only to feel undeserving of the admiring horde. You need only to look at the catalog of superstar entertainers whose lives prematurely ended in an agony of self-destruction. You play first, last, and ultimately to an audience of one. Disappoint that one and you are bankrupt. Huh. Woo, this is strong. You play first and last and ultimately to an audience of one. Yourself. If you disappoint yourself, then you are bankrupt. See, this is why when I can confidently say this, because I'm talking to me. Can't nothing stop me but me. Stuff can get in my way. Stuff may slow me down. Stuff I may have to overcome, or I might need to go through, or I might need to go over, I might need to go around. It doesn't matter. Nothing stops me but me. When I stop, I stop. When I keep going, and I keep going, and I keep going, and I keep going, and I keep going. Nothing can stop me but me. And too many of us have stopped ourselves, or as we said at the beginning of the chapter, have held ourselves back. Cowardice stems from clutching desperately for a success we feel we don't deserve. Learn to lose yourself in your efforts. Learn to let go, and you will have gained true courage. Have the guts to face the light. Strive for as much courage as you can. That doesn't mean work for yourself to the bone. Play is a vital need too. But don't wait for neat formulas, guaranteed tricks to solve your problems. Have the courage to live a life where some days will be hard and some easy, no matter how clever you are. Let go with love and energy will fill you. Success is courageously living each moment as fully as possible. Success means the courage to flow, the courage to struggle, the courage to change, the courage to grow, and the courage and all the other contradictions of the human condition. Success means being true to you. Everybody put in the console, be true to myself. And something just came upon me, and I must do this. I'm sorry for the interruption. I got a question for Miss Vivian Reed. Miss Vivian Reed, are you ready to come back to the BBC? Miss Vivian Reed, Aunt Viv, are you ready to rejoin the BBC? Okay. I'm going to read this chapter again. It's the last chapter for tonight. Have the guts to face the light. Strive for as much courage as you can. That doesn't mean work yourself to the bone. Play is a vital need too. But don't wait for neat formulas or guaranteed tricks to solve your problems. Have the courage to live a life where some days will be hard and some days will be easy. No matter how clever you are, let go with love and energy will fill you. Success is courageously living each moment as fully as possible. Success means the courage to flow, the courage to struggle, the courage to change, the courage to grow, and all the other contradictions of the human condition. Success means being true to you. Success means being true to you. I present to you guys courage as losing yourself. Inside of the chapter, how to create courage to take risks. How to find the courage to take risks. As we're reading the book, our lesson plan, The University of Success. In the comments below, I'd love for you to share something that you learned today. I don't do this just to do this, beautiful people. I do this, number one, for myself. I made a commitment to read every day of my life, and that commitment I will do. I've just decided to share it with you to be able to find other brothers and sisters who find reading important. Although everybody tells us that it is, we still have to find people who are looking for us. I'm simply asking you to answer this question in the comments below. Was this worth your time, and why? Was this worth your time, and why? We could have chosen to do anything tonight in this last hour or whatever the case may be that we spent together. But we've decided to use our time to read together. Hence proving that Black folk do read. You put it in a book like The University of Success, written by Mandino, and we absolutely will find it. Now, I know I talk much faster than you to type, so I'll give you a moment to let us know your takeaway from tonight. While you do that, let me see if I can go ahead and re-invite Miss Aunt Viv back to the Black Billionaires Club. Let's see here. How do I do this? I don't know. Okay, I got to do this another way. I wish. Okay, I got to find you first, Miss Viv. There we go. All right, I had to send you a request, Aunt Viv, and you accept that request, and I can send you the invite back to the Black Billionaires Club. All right. Okay, let's see what you guys talking about here. Miss Viv said, man, often always worth my time. Yeah, always worth my time. Now, what's tonight? Today's Thursday. All right, so a couple things that are coming up because you guys know some updates that are coming up. First and foremost, again, I want you guys to follow us here on BBC TV. This is where you'll find a collaboration of Black content creators who bring in valuable content. All right, you can turn the channel anytime you want in your life. We're bringing you financial information, financial literacy, how to build businesses, business credit, stuff like that. We're bringing a fitness show. We got a men's show, a women's show. So we got plenty of content, empowerment, duo, motivation, inspiration. We got a fitness show coming as well. We are working together. We're going to show you 100 years later what Black Wall Street can look like in 2021. Right. But at the end of the day, it still requires support from you. It still requires that you show up and you show that it's valuable to you. See, here's what happens in our community. They give us what we want. We want liquor stores. They give us more of it. We keep spending money at the liquor store. They keep giving us some more liquor stores. Y'all want Waffle House? You're gonna keep seeing more Waffle House popping up. Y'all want more church? It's gonna keep seeing some more churches pop up. See, our environment is actually created by us. Why would I put something in our community that we ain't gonna go support and spend our money in? We'd be bankrupt. That would be stupid. No, here's the dynamics of the community. Here's what this area shows what they want. They want liquor. They want weed. They want sex. They want, all these things that we want. We're going to keep giving it to you because that's where you're going to spend your money. You start changing what you want. You'll start seeing your community change. Oh, no, we don't want that goddamn KFC no more. Can we get some healthy options? You're going to start seeing some healthy places come into your community. And what we don't understand is how we think and where we spend our money that determines what moves into our community. We just don't think about this stuff like this in this manner. Now, some may say, well, that's all that's in our community. That may be all that's in our community right now until we think something different, and then we start demanding something different. You see, the KFC don't get none of my money. McDonald's don't get my money. Right? The grocery store get my money. The Aldi get my money because they got organic food and they got fruits and vegetables. They get my money. I'm just saying, I don't know. Change the way that you think. Change the way that you think. You'll change the way that you act. You'll begin to change your family dynamic. You'll begin to change your community. Brother Michael Jackson said like this, man. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Whew. We overlook ourselves and don't understand the power within ourselves. It starts with me. I must be my own coach and cheerleader. I'm just very received, man. Wow, how true. And this is this. I'm seeing changes as white people move in juice shops. You see what I'm saying? We demanding what we want by not spending in places that they don't get our money. That just is what it is, right? All right, beautiful people, man. This again, I'll say thanks so much for all who tuned in. You're showing by your joining that there are some people who want this. I'm looking for people who are looking for me, and we're gonna keep giving to people who are looking for this kind of content. We're gonna keep giving it to them. It's always gonna be the few. That's okay. It's the few that changes the world for the many. Just look over time. It's the few. It's always has been. It always will be because many are called, but only a few are chosen. It's the few who change the world for the many. Welcome to the few. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we really need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
It's the new Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the new Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. The new Black Wall Street.